Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hi and welcome to CorelDraw X5. In this lesson we will be talking about CorelDraw interface, or we will be exploring the workspace of CorelDraw. The room or the environment which CorelDraw offers to work inside in it to create a new graphic is called the interface or the workspace of CorelDraw. When we open CorelDraw, it brings us a new screen naming Quick Start. In this screen, we can create a new document, we can reopen a recently file, and we can open a save file from the disk. Besides, we can see a preview of recently files here, and we can also have some information about that file. When we want to create a new file from this screen, we are going to start new section, and this section has two options. First option is new blank document, while the other one is new from template. New blank document provide us a new blank document which will be empty, and there will be no any designing, no any text, no any pictures, completely blank document, and we have to do all the things in this file. The second option is new from template. If we choose this option, it provides us a variety of different templates, and we can consider these templates as our files, which will have some designing and some text, and later we can change these text, or we can add some other graphics, pictures or shape to make it our file. So it is a good idea to start from templates, but if you are an expert, then go ahead and click new blank document. For now we are going to just click on the new blank document. After clicking on new blank document, we see another screen or another dialog saying create a new document. We are not going to discuss these options now. We will study it later inshallah, but for now just click OK. CorelDraw has created a new file naming Untitled1. As we have talked about this lesson that we will be talking about the interface or the workspace of CorelDraw. So the very first thing about the interface is the program window. And the program window has the title bar, which has the application name and the file name. So this title bar contains the application name CorelDraw X5 and the file name is Untitled1. We have not named this file yet, but if we name it or we save it, then the file name will be displayed here. Here we have three buttons which are called application controls button, and we can control the application with these buttons. We can make it down to the taskbar using the minimize button. We can restore or maximize the program window, and the last button is to just exit or quit the application. The next thing is the menu bar. This is the menu bar, which has different menus like file menu, edit, view, up to help menu. These menus contains commands or options, and we will be using these commands or options during creating a graphic. The next thing we have after the menu bar is tools bar. Tools bar contains important and necessary commands or options to make it very easy to access a command or any other option easily. After the tools bar, we have property bar. The property bar usually changes with changing tools, but if we have selected the pick tool from the tools box, then the property bar is for document. For example, we have selected the pick tool. Now this property bar is for document, not for the pick tool. But if we select other than pick tool, then the property bar will be for that specific tool. For example, if we select the rectangle tool, then the property bar is specified for rectangular tool. Or we select the text tool, then the property bar is for text tool. In the same way, all the tools has its own property bar. Here we have some tools, and the bar which contains these tools is called tools box. These tools are very important to create a graphic. After the tools box, we have the drawing window. This is the drawing window, and we can control this window with these three buttons. We can restore, maximize, or we can minimize it. We can close the document from here. And this is the drawing page. This is the specific area for creating the graphic. And the drawing window, we have two rulers. This one is called the horizontal ruler, and this one is called the vertical ruler. Here we have some dockers, and we have turned on the undo dockers. If you want any other dockers to be displayed here, so go ahead to the Windows menu and come down to the dockers, and now select the docker you want to display. For example, we want the blend docker. So from here we can switch, or we can turn off. Again, we want to turn off this. Close. This is the color palette, and we will have to use this color palette if we want to make an object colorful, to specify its fill color or outline color. Here we have scroll bars, and the specific names for these two scroll bars are vertical scroll bar and horizontal scroll bar. We will have to use these scroll bar when we want to scroll the page, the drawing page, if we have zoom in. Here we have a navigator, which is called document navigator. We have to use this navigator if we want to change the page, or we want to go to the next page, or the previous page, last page, or the first page. We can also add a new page using the document navigator. If we press this plus button, it will give us a new page, and now we can navigate between these pages. I want to go to the previous page, so I can use this button. If I want to go to the next page, this button. If I want to go to the first page, so I will have to use this button. And the last page can be accessed using this button. Here we have a small thing, and that is called the page navigator. Page navigator can be used to locate the page. If you zoom in your page, then you cannot easily find the page. So come to the page navigator and now locate the page where you want. We can also access this navigator in the drawing window when we press N. So we can access the page navigator in the drawing window, and we can easily locate the page. Here we have the status bar, and it displays us two things. First, object detail, and the next is information about selected tool. Here we see object details. For example, if we create an object, for example a rectangle, so we can see its width, height, and center. We can also change this option to see the cursor position. So now we are seeing the cursor position according to the drawing window. But it's better to have the object detail option turned on. The next thing, we have some information about selected tools. This area displays some information, tips and tricks about selected tool. For example, we have selected the rectangle tool, so it displays us double click, create a page frame. It says if you double click the rectangle tool, it will create a frame for your page. So we are going to double click. So this is a frame for the page. And some other information. We can also change it to have the document color information. But it's also better to have information about selected option turned on.